Welcome to the Trends in Automation podcast, brought to you by Festo. Festo can change the way you work with innovative and intelligent automation solutions, enabling your business to thrive in this rapidly changing environment.
Welcome to the Trends in Automation podcast, brought to you by Festo. Here we will discuss ways in which Festo can improve the way you work by utilizing innovative and intelligent automation solutions. We will enable your business to thrive in this rapidly changing environment. Hello, my name is Frank Langro, and I'm the Director of Product Market Management for Pneumatic Automation at Festo North America. In this episode of Trends in Automation, we will be discussing Festo's new series of space-optimized pneumatic cylinders, the round-body DSNU-S and the compact ADN-S cylinders. Joining me for this discussion is the Product Market Manager for Pneumatic Cylinders, Darren O'Driscoll. Hey Darren, thanks for joining me today. Maybe we can start with the basic question of why is Festo developing essentially shorter, slimmer versions of the existing ISO standard products?
Thank you for having me. Selection is not simply a matter of stroke, force, and speed. Increasingly important are optimizing required space, interchangeability, setup time, and the effort in machine commissioning. You include price, availability, service life, and it becomes clear there's quite a bit to consider.
So Festo has recently released two new space-optimized pneumatic actuators, the round-body DSNU-S and the compact ADN-S. Do these new products meet the relevant ISO norms?
They are similar, but do not conform by design. The ISO standard for round-body cylinders is ISO 6432 and applies to bore sizes from 8 mil to 25 mil, while the ISO standard for compact cylinders is ISO 21287 and applies to bore sizes 20 millimeter up to 100 millimeter. Festo could not achieve the desired space optimization while still conforming to these two standards. The two ISO norms I refer to, while important for interchange, essentially dictate overall dimensions as well as the mounting interface. Ironically, the ADN-S sizes 20 to 63 do have the same mounting hole dimensions as the ISO counterpart.
So essentially, the ISO standard prevents implementing a smaller, more compact design. Is that what you're saying? Can you tell us what truly makes these space optimized?
Well, with the DSNU-S round body cylinder, comparing same bore size and stroke lengths with its ISO counterpart is essentially up to 40% more slender. And when we talk about length, up to 3.5 centimeters shorter than our DSNU isotype. It's also lighter in weight and provides very basic direct mounting. If we take a closer look at the ADN-S, comparing again same bore sizes and stroke lengths, compared to the ISO version of our ADN, the ADN-S is up to 45% shorter and lighter in weight. If we compare it to its predecessor, which is the ADVC, which is a short stroke compact cylinder. In that comparison, it's up to 35% shorter in length.
35 to 45% shorter is really a significant difference. How is it possible to achieve these size reductions?
Yes, that's a very interesting question. If you think of traditional pneumatic cylinder design, the construction is quite often a barrel or extrusion sandwiched between two end caps. In space optimization of a pneumatic cylinder, there is a significant focus on reducing the size of the end caps, and in some cases, like our short stroke ADN-S cylinder, part of the solution is actually integrating the caps into the extrusion itself.
Are there any industries in particular that would require a more short, compact actuator than the ISO standard permits?
While many different industry segments use short and compact actuators, the key need is in automation machine building for packaging, light assembly, and the electronics industries, where the focus is on smaller machines or higher component density.
Aside from a smaller footprint, what other benefits do these space-optimized actuators offer?
Well, let's start with price. Typically, these space-optimized versions come in at a more economical price when compared to their ISO counterparts. Simplicity is also a key feature, as space-optimized actuators come with basic and direct mounting. In the case of the DSNU-S, Festo's self-adjusting cushioning PPS is a feature that is supported. Because round cylinders typically have short to medium strokes, self-adjusting cushioning is a real benefit for these space-optimized actuators, as it simplifies the installation or commissioning of the product in designs where space is limited. If we switch over and focus on the ADN-S, these actuators come with markings on the extrusion to indicate locations for mounting your sensors for position feedback. These markings take the guesswork out of the cylinder switch installation, and this feature also sets the stage for a new product Festo has coming out the end of 2021, which is our auto teach cylinder switch, but we'll save that one for another podcast.
What are the considerations when using these space-optimized actuators compared to the existing ISO standard versions that we need to be aware of?
Sure. There are always pros and cons and considerations. While simple, basic, or direct mounting is convenient, it may not always provide the solution required for the designer. In some cases, there are requirements for extended functions not only in mounting, but also in seal types or other variants. In these cases, those needs can be satisfied by Festo's ISO alternatives. Another consideration is that optimizing the caps, like we discussed previously, while beneficial for space optimization, does reduce some of the technical performance of these cylinders with respect to lateral load. And while round and compact types of cylinders, regardless of space optimization, should not see any considerable lateral load, the technical data is lower for these than the ISO counterparts.
What about customization or range of accessories? Let's start with the round body DSNU-S.
Well, this cylinder is available in bore sizes from 8mm up to 25mm, and stroke lengths up to 200mm. In terms of pneumatic cushioning, the DSNU-S offers elastic cushioning, or P-type as we call it, and also, as we discussed previously, PPS cushioning, which is Festo's self-adjusting cushioning. It is available as standard with magnets for cylinder switches or position feedback, and recently has become available in a secondary battery production version, which is copper, zinc, and nickel-free. In terms of accessories for the DSNU-S, there are foot mounting brackets, self-aligning rod couplers, as well as mounting kits for attaching your cylinder switches.
Can you tell me about the range and options for the compact ADN-S?
This short stroke compact cylinder is available in bore sizes from 6mm up to 63mm, and stroke lengths up to 50mm. It's available with either male or female piston rod threads, and also with or without magnet for proximity sensors. The options for cushioning are essentially no cushioning or elastic P-type cushion. There's no adjustable cushioning with the ADN-S, and that's primarily because basic cushioning types are typically best suited for such short strokes like we find with the ADN-S. Similar to the DSNU-S, this product also is available in a secondary battery production version. The accessory options are literally the same as the DSNU-S. There are mounting feet available, also a self-aligning rod coupler. The cylinder itself has slots for mounting proximity switches integrated, so there's really no need for the mounting kit.
These seem like great products and interesting additions to the Festo portfolio. How would someone go about getting one?
These products are primarily available off the shelf in standard strokes. Both these products are included in the core range for automation, simplifying the procurement process identified by blue stars. Festo's core range contains a selection of the most important functions and products that customers can use to solve the majority of their automation tasks. They're available worldwide and quickly, even in large quantities, with the high level of quality Festo is known for and at an unbeatable price.
Thanks, Darren. Is there anything left to be said about the DSNU-S and ADN-S space-optimized cylinders?
Well, let's start with minimum space requirement. Simple and time-saving installation. When we consider markings or cylinder switch markings on the ADN-S and self-adjusting PPS cushioning on the DSNU-S. A greater product range for the customer. More economical solution due to an attractive price, but also a long service life. And of course, quick availability, short delivery and worldwide availability as being part of Festo's core product range.
Well, I think that sums it up nicely. Thanks for listening to this episode of Trends in Automation brought to you by Festo. Check out our other episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And remember to subscribe to our channel so you always get the latest info on the newest trends in automation.
Thank you for listening to the Trends in Automation, brought to you by Festo. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe and stay up to date on future episodes. You can now listen on iTunes, Google Play, and various podcast platforms. For more information on this and more, please visit festo.com. Thanks again for listening, and until next time.